Okay, here we are, week 3. Today we're going to be working on a new note, the note G, and we're also going to be learning about the differences between quarter notes and eighth notes, what that is. So we have a lot to cover. Let's get going. For this week's warm-up and review, we're going to try something a little bit different. What we're going to do is I'm going to play a note. I'm going to start with one that uses 0 on the back hole, 1 on the front hole. I'm going to play, and then when I point to you, you're going to play, and we're going to see if the pitch that I play is the same pitch that you play, if it matches. So the first one I'm playing uses 0 on the back hole, 1 on the top hole, and remember, 45-degree angle, I say when I blow, okay? Let's see if you got it. Ready, go. Okay, so hopefully you should have gotten the note B. Let's try just a couple exercises playing B. Okay, now let's move on to the next note. This next mystery note uses 0, 1, and 2. So I'm going to play the note. Let's see if you can remember what note it is. Hopefully, when you play, it matches me. So I'll play first, then you play. And now you. Okay, hopefully it matched. Hopefully you got the note A. Okay, A is 0, 1, 2. So let's play a few patterns with A. Awesome. Now I'm going to play some patterns going back and forth between B and A. So you need to be listening, and you can watch my fingers too to see how my fingers move. And you're going to repeat the pattern, okay? Here we go. All right, now a different pattern. Next pattern. What was different about that last pattern that I played? Any ideas? If you guessed that it started on A instead of B, you're correct. I tried to do something a little bit different just to make sure you were paying attention. That was a great warm-up. Now we're going to get into our new note, G. Now G uses 0, 1, 2. Any guesses on what finger we might use? If you guess 3, you're correct. G is 0, 1, 2, 3. Remember, when we cover the holes, we use the pads of our fingers, not the tips, okay? If we use the tips, then air's gonna leak. So here's what a G sounds like, just me. Now you're gonna play with me. 0, 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna count you in, okay? 1, 2, ready, play. We're just gonna hold the note. Again, 2, ready, play. Awesome. With my students, when I start teaching G, one of the most common things is people who maybe squeaked a little bit before, but never really squeaked that much. All of a sudden, when they play G, they get a ton of squeaks, okay? That's because the more holes you cover on the recorder, you have to make sure that you're not blowing too fast. If you blow too fast as you cover more holes, it's more likely gonna squeak. So cover your ears if you think this might be too much for you, but I'm gonna overblow on a G to give an example. The pitch was just a little bit too high. So you just make sure you're saying, blowing that soup, but you really don't need to blow too hard. Let's practice some patterns where I'll play and you repeat. Awesome. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to practice switching between G's, A's, and B's. Okay? Question for you. When we switch between G and A, what finger lifts? Only the 3 lifts. Your 0, 1, 2 stay in place. Okay? So first let's just try G-A-G, gag. We're going to do some gag exercises. Okay? Here we go. Okay, now we're going to add in that B. G, A, B. Okay, so we're going to try some patterns using G's, A's, and B's. Just me. Okay, now this one's going to be different. What pitch did it start with? It started with a B. That was different because remember we had been starting with G's before that. Just making sure you're paying attention. Now we're going to see what G looks like on the music staff. Okay, so we have our music staff. As we learned last week, we have 5 lines and 4 spaces on the music staff. We count from bottom to top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the same thing goes for spaces. We count bottom to top, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, if you look over here, we have bum ba da da G. Question for you. Is G on a line or a space? Hopefully, you could see that G is on a line because there's a line going straight through the note head. The note head isn't going between the lines like A, it's going through the lines, just like B, going through the lines. Next question for you. What line is G on? Is it on line 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? Hopefully you figured out G is on line 2, because remember we count from the bottom. We go 1, 2. A very common mistake I see when people identify notes or trying to identify lines is they'd say, oh, G is on line 4 because they count from the top. They go 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't do that. No, no, no. That's a mistake, okay? Very common mistake. So remember, it's on line 2. Count from the bottom. Now, if we look down here, we're going to play a little exercise using G on the music staff. So just like we always do before we play a piece, let's identify where the rests are. Point to them. Okay? I'm going to play, and you're going to have your fingers in the proper position, 0, 1, 2, 3. But instead of playing and blowing into your recorder, you're going to point along with my finger, okay? So I'm going to play, you point with your fingers. 1, 2, ready, go. Awesome. And if you want to rewind and do that again, you totally can. But we are going to move on. As we move forward, learning how to read G, A, and B, on the music staff, you may have noticed that the stem is on the right side of the note head of B as opposed to the left side of the note head of B. I'm not going to get into all the rules of how to write music on the music staff right now because I really just want to spend time playing, but in case you were wondering, as we're playing G, A, and B in today's lesson, I'm changing the stem to go on the right side of the note head as opposed to the left. And the only reason why I'm doing that is because the other notes in each measure, G and A, have the stem on the right side. When you write music, it just looks prettier if you have the stem on the same side when the note is B. I really don't want you to think too much about that, but just know that either way you write it is correct. I'm just trying to make it look prettier and have them all go the same direction, okay? For our practice playing with G's, A's, and B's, we're going to go ahead and use this top example. I am going to point and say the notes, and you're going to do the same with me. We're going to start with that. We're going to sing the notes. We're going to sing G, A, B, for example, okay? Just warning you, my allergies have been really bad this week, so I apologize in advance for my singing. Remember, on the rests, you can say rest, or you can just have a beat's worth of silence. Here we go. Ready, go. G, A, B, B, A, G. Awesome. Okay, now I want you to pick up your recorder. We're going to start on G. We're going to still sing the notes. We're not going to blow into the recorder yet, but while you're singing, you're going to go move your fingers appropriately like this. G, A, B. Okay, that's what we're going to do. Here we go. 1, 2, finger, go. G, A, B, rest. B, A, G, rest. Awesome. Okay, now it's time to play it. Woohoo! Here we go. Starting on G. 1, 2, ready, play. Awesome. Again. Ready, go. Okay, that was our warm-up to get us going on our new song today, Hot Cross Buns. When you're learning B, A, and G on the recorder, you just gotta learn Hot Cross Buns. It's just a classic. There's a lot of other songs we can do, but we're gonna do Hot Cross Buns. Now we have our rests, we have our B's, A's, and G's. But then, whoa, look over here. Oh my gosh. All of a sudden, we have these notes that are attached by these things at the top. Okay? Remember how I told you how one note by itself, that's called a quarter note. These are all quarter notes because each note is worth one beat. Okay? Right now we're talking about the length of the sound. We're not talking about the actual pitch where it is on the music staff. We're not talking about that. Well, here we have an eighth note. With a quarter note, one sound equals a beat. In an eighth note, one sound equals half a beat. Okay? Now, if one eighth note equals half a beat, how many eighth notes do we need to equal a whole beat? We need 2 eighth notes to equal a whole beat. Okay? Now, in order to fit 2 eighth notes in one beat, it's going to go twice as fast. In order to help us understand the differences between quarter notes and eighth notes, first we're going to start by tapping steady beat on our shoulder. Okay? And we're going to sing Hot Cross Buns. Maybe you know the words, maybe you don't. I'll sing it first. Then we'll sing a few more times and you sing along with me, okay? Again, I have allergies. I'm really sorry. My singing, not quite up to par right now. Here we go. Hot cross buns, hot cross buns, 1 a penny, 2 a penny, hot cross buns. Sing it with me, and 1, 2, ready, and go. Hot cross buns, hot cross buns, 1 a penny, 2 a penny, hot cross buns. Okay, so I'm going to sing and you tap steady beat and sing along if you can too. You can do it. 1, 2, ready, go. Hot cross buns, hot cross buns, 1 a penny, 2 a penny, hot cross buns. Again, 2, sing and go. Hot cross buns, hot cross buns, 1 a penny, 2 a penny, hot cross buns. Now, instead of saying the words to the song, we're going to say the pitches. Okay, I'll sing with you. Starting here, let me make sure my B's correct. We're going to sing the pitches. Here we go. Starting with B. 1, 2, ready, go. B, A, G, B, A, G, 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 A, B, A, G. Again, 2, ready, go. B, A, G, B, A, G. G, 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 A, B, A, G. Alrighty, next step in hot cross buns. I am going to play. You are not. You are going to say the note names, but you are going to finger along. For example, B, A, G, like that, okay? Here we go. So I play, you say the note names. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, let's do it one more time. 1, 2, ready, go. Are you ready to play hot cross buns? Woohoo! Let's do this. Here we go. So remember, what note do we start on? B, 0, 1. Here we go. And 1, 2, play and go. Again, 2, ready and go. Today was a great lesson. For this week's homework, remember, you can go to my website, missmarimusic.com, and from my website, you'll be able to get a link to my online store, Teachers Pay Teachers. I've taken photographs of the music staff from the different pages we've been working on, and from there, you can download everything. The downloads are free to you. Awesome lesson. Great job. We'll see you next week.